and welcome to Journey with the Kellers. My name is Amanda Keller, and today we are back in the Keller kitchen. So today we are going to be making something from the Office cookbook. This is actually the official cookbook and party planning guide. And today's recipe is Brie and caramelized onion tartlets, okay? So the first thing that you are going to need for this is 3 large yellow onions, thinly sliced up, which I have already done. And you're gonna take those 3 onions and put them in a pan and just fry them up with 2 tablespoons of salted butter. So you wanna let the butter melt a little bit first, then put your onions in and just cook them until they're nice and caramelized. So they should be getting nice and brown, okay? Now, once you have done that, then what you're gonna do is you are gonna add 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. I'm adding right now. And then also 1 teaspoon of freshly ground, or not freshly ground, I'm sorry, a fresh thyme. And then you can use a little bit, you'll need maybe a little bit more for garnish later if you want it as well. Okay, so we're gonna put that in there. You're going to mix this all up and you're gonna let that cook for about 2 minutes. Make sure it's nice and mixed together. Oh, and I forgot to, you need to add salt and pepper. Doesn't give measurements, just to taste, whatever you like. So let's put some salt and pepper in here. And then once you've got the onions caramelized, you also want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And I'm going to explain here about these trays here in just a minute. So let me get my salt in here. So for this, you are going to need, they're saying 15 pre-made miniature phyllo tart shells, okay? I could not find the pre-made shells. I could find the pre-made dough, but not the shells. So I am just using the pre-made phyllo dough. And all I did was I basically cut them, just laid them out, and then just cut them up. Now mine came with like several sheets of phyllo dough on top of each other, very thin sheets. And I actually split those in half because when you used the whole stack of them, it kind of made it so there wasn't any room inside the actual tartlet. So I cut them in half. I took half of them away and used 1/2 for one tart and 1/2 for another tart. I sprayed my cupcake pans down really well with cooking spray. You could also do this with miniature cupcake pans if you want to do smaller ones. I'm just using the bigger ones just because I felt it was easier. Okay, so then you're going to go ahead and just cut out 15. I think I actually have 16 and have that ready. And then you'll be cooking that all together here in just a little bit. The other thing you're also going to need is 15 1 by 1/4 inch slices of Brie cheese, which I have right here, okay? So once your onions have cooked for about 2 minutes and everything seems nice and stirred and mixed in, and like I said, if you can't find the phyllo tarts, then you might want to get your tarts kind of ready beforehand so that they're ready to go, okay? So you're basically just going to take your onion and you're going to divide it up between your tarts, put it in the bottom of each tart here, okay? And then you're just going to put a small piece of Brie right on top, okay? And after you get all of these filled up, you're gonna stick them in the oven at 350 degrees, and you're gonna cook them until they're golden brown, so for about 12 minutes, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these finished off, and then I'm gonna put them in the oven for about 12 minutes at 350, and I'll be back to show you guys how they turned out in just a little bit. Okay, you guys, so these are done. They actually came out pretty nice looking, to be honest with you. Now, they did take a lot longer than the 12 minutes. I probably should have pre-cooked the tartlets a little bit and then it wouldn't have taken so long, or the tartlet shells, I should say. So if you want to pre-cook them a little bit and then do this, that would probably work out a lot better and come out a lot faster. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can grab one of these out of here. Woo, they're flaky. Flaky's good, flaky's good. Okay, so there it is, you guys. It's actually kind of cute, to be honest with you. And then it's got the nice Brie cheese on top with all that onion. Okay, So let's give this a try and see how it tastes. But ooh, I think it's gonna be really hot. Maybe I'll try getting a piece off with a fork. That might be easier. There we go. Okay, make sure we get some Brie cheese in there. Yeah, I'm making a mess on my countertop, but that's all right. I can handle it. Okay, so here we go. It's very light. The wind from my mouth wants to blow it away. Okay. It's not bad at all. So I'm not a big person on onions, especially raw ones. Cooked ones are okay depending on how it's done and what it's in. But these are just soft enough, and just, you know, with them being caramelized, they're not quite so oniony tasting as they are just have a slight flavor to them, I guess you would call it. And then the flaky crust, it's really flaky. It's a little bit crunchy. So you get a little bit of crunch from the tart shell, and then a nice kind of seasoning, kind of low taste from the onions, and then just a little tiny little bite from the Brie cheese. So it's actually pretty good. I don't know that it'd be something that I would eat often, but it is good and it was easy to make. So that's all that matters. Okay, you guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Like and subscribe if you like, or don't if you don't. Everyone have a good day. Enjoy your cooking. Keep your kitchen messy, and we'll see you later. Bye.